Bonjour tout le monde. Let's go through some salutations. Les salutations, just salutations, right? Saying hi and bye and how are you to people. So here are a few ways that you can do that. Now you'll notice as we go through these that there's more than one way to say some things, and some have preferential treatment depending on a situation you're in, and some you can just use whichever one floats your boat. All right. So let's get started. First things first is bonjour, okay, which is just hello. Okay, give that one a shot. Bonjour. And notice it's not like bonjour, okay? It's bonjour. It's kind of got a sing-songy sound to it, all right? And it literally means good day, okay? Originally it was two words, and now it's used as one. There's also salut. Okay, salut is hi. You can also use it for bye, and it's less formal than bonjour. Bonjour is like hello, versus salut is more hi. Okay, you would use salut with somebody that you know well. I wouldn't say salut to a total stranger that I didn't necessarily know, or somebody who had authority over me, like my boss or the president. I would always use bonjour. Okay. Then we have more specifics about the time of day. Bonjour is used pretty much all day, okay? Like once you get to school until you're ready to go to bed at night, okay? But there are some other ones that get used. Bon matin. Bon matin is specifically good morning, and you only use that first thing when you get up. You still get your PJs on, you see your mom or dad, and you're like, bon matin, good morning, okay? You can just go straight to bonjour as well, okay? Another one you can use is bonsoir. So once you get past around 6 p.m., you're going to transition from bonjour and you're going to start using bonsoir. So if I saw you at a football game on a Friday night, you wouldn't say bonjour to me because it's nighttime. You would say bonsoir, good evening, okay? Bonsoir. And then if you got your PJs on and you're ready to head to bed, before you went to bed, you would say to your family, bonne nuit, which is good night, okay? And the picture here says, Je te souhaite de jolis rêves. I wish you lovely dreams. Bonne nuit et à demain, bisous. Good night and see you tomorrow. Kisses. Bisous is like something that French people love to say at the end of a phone call, at the end of a goodbye. You hear that bisous quite a bit. So we already know this one. Introducing myself, I would say je m'appelle, which literally means I call myself this name. Je m'appelle Madame Brown. Okay. Bonjour, je m'appelle Lisa Simpson. You can also just say je suis, which means I am. So I could say je m'appelle Madame Brown or je suis Madame Brown, and that would be okay too. Comment tu t'appelles is how we ask somebody what they call themselves. What's your name? Comment tu t'appelles? If you were talking to a more formal situation, you would use this one on the bottom. Comment vous vous appelez? Vous is formal for you if you're talking to someone and it's a formal situation. Tu is informal, so it's somebody that you know pretty well. So we have two ways to ask the same question. Enchanté, which we've mentioned before, okay? Notice one enchanté only has one E and the other one has two. That's because in French, we have male and female descriptions. And enchanté is describing how you are. You are enchanted to meet that person, okay? So that's nice to meet you. They sound exactly the same. It's just enchanté. And you notice down here in the image, you've got two people that are giving like an air kiss on the cheek. That is called la bise. And that's a very popular way to greet people. Okay, not so much during COVID, but usually you're going to do one or two things when you meet someone. You're either going to shake their hand or you're going to do what those two ladies are doing, which is donner la bise, to give the bise, which is like an air kiss. You're not really kissing anybody. It's just on the side of the face. Okay. So here's a conversation like one that you did in class the other day. Bonjour, salut, comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Jack. Et toi? And you? Et toi? Je m'appelle Sue. Enchanté, right? Nice to meet you. Introducing ourselves. Now let's get into asking someone how they're doing. Okay, you can do this a few different ways. The most common one is this one, ça va? Or comment ça va? Okay, and that just means how's it going? Ça va? Comment ça va? Are the exact same question. Okay, something that you'll see in some of these images is this, coucou. Okay. Coucou is how French people get your attention. So they'll be like, hey, you. They say coucou, okay? Like you looking for someone at a restaurant and your friend sees you and they say, hey, coucou. Okay, so comment ça va is how's it going? Another way to ask how's it going is to say comment tu vas. or comment vous allez, which means how are you doing? How are you going? It's the same idea, but most people just use ça va because it's really short and simple and easy. But you will hear people ask you how you're doing a couple, 3 different ways, okay? You can use whichever one you prefer, but it's good to recognize if someone's using a different form, okay? Comment ça va? How's it going? Tu vas bien, André? You doing okay, André? Another way to ask, oui, ça va. You can also use ça va to say like something looks good on you. Ça te va bien? Okay, like that outfit looks really nice on you. Ways to answer ça va. Okay, one that's pretty popular is pas mal, which means not bad, which sounds not as positive in English, but it's actually a pretty normal way to answer in French. Pas mal. Yeah, not bad. I'm good. Or ça va pas mal. You can add the ça va when you answer as well. If it's a question, it's ça va. And if it's an answer, it's ça va. It's going okay. All right. Let's see. Bof. Okay. Bof is like blah, meh. It's just one of those noises that French people make when like they just don't really care. Like, it's all right. So someone might say ça va, and they say bof. It's like, whatever. Okay. So bof, meh, pretty similar. All right. Now, don't get overwhelmed by this. I'm just showing that there are different grades, different intensities you can use depending on how you feel. So if I ask you ça va, you might say ça va bien, which is like, yeah, I'm doing well. Or if you're doing really well, you'd say ça va très bien. That means I'm doing really well. If you're more than that, ça va super bien. I'm doing super well. And super is used a lot in French. So it's a normal sounding expression. The last two are completely extreme and almost never used, but they're super fun. And if you're really feeling it, you can do it. Ça va hyper bien is like, you just met the person of your dreams. You found $50 on the street. You got an A on your test. Ça va hyper bien. Ça va giga bien. You just won the lotto. Giga is like the most extreme. Okay, so giga. Now you can take those and you can also say you're having a bad time, right? Because all of these are pretty positive. What if you do it the other way? Ça va mal. Bien is well, mal is bad. So ça va mal is like, oh, I'm doing bad, man. You could do the same expression words and use them with mal instead of bien, and it's the same idea, just negative. Ça va très mal. I'm doing really bad. Ça va super mal. Ça va hyper mal. Ça va giga mal. Okay, it's like you won the lotto and then all your money got stolen. So these are also some expressions that you can use. Now, I don't expect you to memorize all of these things, okay? But I wanted to give you some very on the street popular ways of expressing things as well, okay? Comment ça va? Is just asking how you're doing. Somebody might answer by saying ça roule, okay? Ça va is how's it going. Ça roule is how's it rolling. It's slang for the same idea. Ça roule. Okay. You might answer nickel. Nickel is like awesome. I'm doing great. Okay. Je suis en forme. I'm in form. That means I'm feeling awesome. Okay. J'ai la patate, which means I have the potato. That actually means that you're doing really well. Okay. Je pète la forme. Pit actually means to fart, and they use that expression a lot, or to explode. Okay, so je pète la forme is like, I'm just doing awesome. I am on it. Okay, we know pas mal. Okay, souci souci is like a little play on words. It's a playful way to say, yeah, I'm okay. Okay, pas trop bien is like not too well. Like, I'm okay. Or ça va pas fort. Like I'm not doing so great. Okay. Pas in those last two or those last three is a negative. It means not. So if you see pas, it's a negative. It means not. Okay. Now, if someone asks you how you're doing, it's generally good manners to ask them back, right? You don't just say, hey, how's it going? And they go, I'm good. Silence, and they don't ask you back. That's bad manners. So if someone asks you what your name is, you always bounce it back. Hey, I'm this. What's your name? All right. How you doing? I'm good. How about you? Right. And the way to do that in French is to say et toi and you. Okay. Or et vous if it's a formal person. Okay. So I might say, hey, ça va bien? And you say, oui, ça va. Et toi? You're asking me back. And I say, oh, ça va super. Okay. So you always bounce that back. You can use et toi to say and you, to ask somebody back the question they asked you. Okay. Now let's go on to goodbyes. We're going to keep this simple today. It's hellos, it's how are yous, and it's goodbyes. Okay. The most famous and the most universal goodbye is au revoir. Au revoir. Okay. Which actually means until we see each other again. And it's the most generic. Au revoir. Another one that gets used a lot is ciao, which is actually Italian, but the French use it all the time to say goodbye. Instead of au revoir, you could just say ciao, and that would be okay. A bientôt is a goodbye, but it's more specific. It means see you soon. Okay. So let's say you have class with your friend first hour and you're going to see each other again third hour. You might not say au revoir. You might say a bientôt, like I'll see you soon. Okay. See you in a couple hours. All right. On this picture, it says a bientôt, gros bisous. We said bisous means kisses. This is gros bisous, which is big kisses. All right. And that might be just for friends. You wouldn't say that to a stranger. Okay. Different ways to say see you later. There's à plus tard, which you can shorten to à plus, all right, which is totally fine. Or you can say à tout à l'heure, and you can shorten that to à tout, okay? And that just means later, okay? Those are both effectively the same thing, okay? À plus tard, à plus, à tout à l'heure, à tout. Then we have à demain, okay, which I say at the end of every class except for Friday. À demain, see you tomorrow. Okay, demain is tomorrow, so until tomorrow. À demain. Okay, the picture of the Smurf says, mon lit m'a fait une demande d'amis, j'ai accepté. À demain. My bed sent me a friend request and I accepted. So see you tomorrow. À demain. Okay, another one that you'll hear a lot combined with a goodbye is bonne journée. Bonne journée means have a nice day. So you might leave like a shop or something and say, ciao, bonne journée. It's like, bye, have a good day. Okay, you'll hear that a lot in shops and places where you buy things. Et enfin, and your last one is for Fridays, bon weekend, or Thursdays for some of you. Okay, bon weekend. They stole the word weekend straight from English. Okay, mais ouais, c'est le weekend. It's the weekend. So bon weekend. It just means have a nice weekend. Okay, and that is it for now, you guys. Those are our salutations, and I really encourage you to watch this video more than once and to practice pronouncing these expressions with me, okay, or right after me, so you get used to what they sound like. All right. Thanks for your time today. And like I said, watch this as many times as you need. Merci.